Good evening, how are you? Welcome to the Hot and Spicy. Right, a couple of new beers, new food, new tableware. I did promise you, this is my new authentic Indian dishes. They're called, are they caddies or caddy or something? Brass handles, got a heavy copper base, very heavy. So you won't find them in Home Bargains. Right, as I said in previous anyway, how are you doing first? How are you doing? I hope you're okay, had a good week and having a good weekend, and you're going to have something nice to eat hopefully, and to drink maybe. Chicken curry. Now I've marked this curry as hot, so it must be hot for me to mark it for myself. It's the last one in the freezer, which I made batches of because I'm running the freezer down. Been calling it all names. And this is a new rice. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. It's a roast garlic rice, only Uncle Ben's, so I'm just going to try that actually first. Drop half of it. Well, it tastes better than it smells. Oh, it's nice, it's okay. These, Mrs. H bought me these. She's seen them. If you can see them, God, they look terrible on there. These are Ancho Chilli Kebabs. Never tried them before. I'm not sure if they're hot, so we're going to try that first. So cheers, here we go. Nothing inside. Also got a bit of mango chutney. Wow, them are nice. There's no heat. Poppadoms. Well, you can see the beers. We've got, these are from Aldi, as were these. Studio 54, God, Bennett. 54, I think. IPA. This one's a 5.5% ABV, and this one is Warehouse Pale Ale. This one's a 4.8%. So we'll go with that one first. Oh, and before we go, a few people ask over the time, what's that thing you put your glass on? It's a drip tray. So when you pour a beer, they fit in the bar and under the pumps in a pub. This type, you can get them on eBay. I had the idea when I seen Graham use one in one of his vlogs many years ago. I thought, that's a good idea, because sometimes when you open a bottle or a can, it can, or even in the glass, I've done it in the Hot and Spices, you pour it and it comes over the top. So drip tray, that's all that is. Glass. So yeah, hope you're okay. Looking forward to this. Cheers. Oh wow, ice cold. That is lovely. So these are beautifully tasting kebabs. A kebab to me though is sort of pepper, onion, chicken, you know, that type of thing, all put on a skewer, but this is all in one. Sort of reminds me a bit of a doner meat. But yeah, very nice. Now, I've not tried this and I can't remember how hot it is, so it might bite straight away. I remember it. Did I write that one down? God, Bennett, that's nice. Oh, there's no prisoners with that one. Straight in, baby. That was nice. Oh, the chickens melt in the mouth. Always nice to, if you make your own, make more, put them in the freezer. That is nice. Try a bit of roast garlic. So what's on your menu then? Are you dining out? Are you dining in? You might be dining out in the garden. After these 2 cans, I'm going to have a bottle of Old Empire. And this stuff is 5.7, is it? Whew. Good stuff. Wow, this has got a kick to it. Yeah, copper bases on these. Brass handles. Heavy, wow. You're repeating yourself, am I? Oh, sorry about that. Actually, this is a lovely combination. I'm only trying them, but I thought I'd show it. But they're not. There's not enough just to have kebabs, is it? That's quite nice, though. What else is there? Weather, been mix and match of a weather week. Oh, bloody hell, that's nice. Like I said, I wanted to go out this week, didn't I? If you remember from last week, I got some stuff I want to use. I got new recipes, different things. Whew. Back of the throat then. But the weather's been atrocious. I mean, look at this clip here. Whew. Well, just hailstoning. So I think we're going to stay in the van for a bit. Absolutely. That was hailstone and rain, if that makes sense. What the hell is that? Right, let's have some sunblushed or garlic bread, because I got way more than enough stuff here to be getting on with. Same old thing in the garden. Anything? Broad beans are in, the fava beans, you've seen them. They're doing okay. We've had a lot of rain and a bit windy the other day, but they're taking their own now. They're doing okay. They'll be alright, hopefully. They carry on. I put my onions in. 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 onions. Trialing them really. There, so the shoots on them are like that. I've bought some new runner beans because the others died. Did I tell you that? I put them out too early. My mistake. I spoke to somebody who grows them regularly and he said, oh, you're way too early. So Mrs. H got me some from a local garden centre chap who grows them. Look, good plants too. So I'm keeping them in till at least the end of this month, and then I'll try again. And I prepared the soil, you know, with if you're not into gardening, I'm sorry about this, I'll be as quick as I can. Just that I know there's a few people trying different things this year themselves. You know, I've done the soil, I put some manure in it. This is a while ago. Dug it over. Bloodfish and bone, put some of that in, dig it in again. So, you know, it's had a good prep, shall we say. Oh, this is a lovely burn, this. Oh, these would be good with sauces. Pour it on. Oh! I bought these. Mrs. H's idea. I bought them as a treat for us. And then mugs. That's mine. And obviously hers is Mrs. H. So a bit of fun, that. Nice, too good quality for, you know, when you buy things like that you think they're not the best sort of thing, but they seem quite good quality made, you know. Hang on. I only put a bit in, but forgot the old mango. Come on. Lovely addition. All flavours. Any plans a weekend? Do any of you do any reading? A lot of reading? Because I went to the library the other day and I took a very interesting book, and it's about the history of glue, and I can't put it down. I have to thank Bill for that, who told me, and then you have to thank Wyn Evans on the BBC Radio Wales for that joke. Oh, wow, starting. Thank you, Derek and Laurie. Oh, that's the way I should use it. They are nice. Yeah, chicken curry. One of the hottest ones I did. And as I say, I marked it hot. I wasn't kidding either. Oh, there's Reapers. Naga Jalokias and Trinidad Scorpions in it. Holy fuck. So the verdict with this rice, if I'm honest, it's nice, but I'm not one for gimmicky rice, if that makes sense. You know, like Mexican rice and spiced rice. Sauces, Merrill gave me a good idea about you know, spicing up the rice with your own sauce and just mix it in. But I gotta be honest, as I say, I think I prefer plain rice, spice it up myself, or have it plain with a hot curry. It's nice. The only thing with these, they're quite small cans. Lovely. Oh, that's hitting the spot. Yeah. I don't think it would have been barbecue. Well, it wasn't a bad day today. And the sun shone this afternoon beautifully. But you can't rely on it, can you? Because it's been one of those days where, like, you could be chucking it down now, really torrential rain, and within half an hour that's gone and the sun's out. So it's a, what you call it, a non-reliable weather source. It's a big word for me, isn't it? Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I've been thinking up a few recipes for when I go out again. I've got two I want to do. There's nothing nicer than outdoor, well, cooking and eating, if you can pick the right spot. I'll tell you an interesting fact. You know, I get told a lot when, if I do walks, me and Mrs H does walks or whatever, and we show, you know, parts of where we live. We're very lucky, very lucky. Snowdonia is on our doorstep, and we've got beautiful woods and hills, the Clwydian Hills. So we've got hills, mountains and woods, and, you know, beautiful. I was on one of my videos, oh, it must have been many years ago now, one of my old videos, someone commented and saying how beautiful the area is and you're very lucky. I don't see any of this, I live in London. So, which is fair enough. However, what I will say is, London has some of the most beautiful parks I've ever seen. We don't have parks like that here. Because I've been myself to, I walked along the one that goes along the Mall on the side, and I bought a coffee when I was in London last, and I stayed in the Rubens, I think it's called, the hotel. Top hat job. Oh, he came to the door and he looked at me as if I was going to ask him for some money, but I said, can I help you? I said, I'm booked in. Oh, expensive but nice, not far from Buckingham Palace. And I walked through this park, and as I say, I had a cake and a coffee. I filmed it, I think, the cake and coffee bit. And in the morning, the next day I came through the park and it's beautiful. But there's other parks there. And what I'm trying to say is, while you're in that park, yeah, you can hear the traffic and, you know, but you'd never say you're in the middle of London. It's beautiful, you know, wildlife on the water and wooded areas, and so it's, you know, some lovely parks in London. I love London. Yeah, I've done another trip there. I remember going, don't mind if I reminisce here for a minute while it's in my head. I was going down to for my other channel, on the shaving shops, the Tale of Old Bond Street, Geo Trumpers, who wouldn't let me film inside. They wouldn't let me, they were the only ones that wouldn't let me. Tailors said no first. So I said, well, I got a channel on YouTube. I said, I just want to show a few clips and feature it, you know. We said, just a minute, went round the back. And himself and this other chap came through, and this other man, and Mr. Klein, he was the boss there. He shook my hand and, yes, help yourself. Fair play to him. So whether they went through to check my channel or who, you know, to make sure I was who I said I was, but anyway, they said, yeah, no problem. And then across the road from there, there's a little, like a precinct thing, and beautiful shop, shaving shop, and they were lovely. Esmeralda, I remember the girl working there. I wonder if she's still there. Nice staff, and they said I could hold a meet up in there, and because she was working on upstairs doing haircuts or something, I think, something like that. Shaving place, but be interesting to go back, you know. That's lovely. These would be nice cold as well, I think, for me. The only place I couldn't find was Dear Harris, and apparently it's not far away. Yeah. No, I like London. We have to, in work, we don't have to do it now, it's just stopped, funny enough. There used to be a thing called telegrams in this country. And there's only one person now that can send a telegram, and that's the Queen or the monarch. So sometimes when someone's 100, they get a card from the Queen, or if they've been married 60 years, you get a card from the Queen. And they're sent through to us, and it was always my job to phone the palace to tell them it's arrived, and it will be delivered tomorrow. And it had to be delivered, no excuses. If they went in for whatever reason, it had to go through the door, it had to be delivered. And people's, you know, it's lovely to see these old people's faces. You tell them this is a telegram from the Queen. What? Yeah. God, I waffle, I'm sorry if I go on. I'm going to try this one now. This is stronger than that, isn't it? Talking even more crap. One thing I will say, quite filling on the rice. God, blimey. And the beer. But they all go together lovely. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And you know, I was watching a programme the other week, because I love Sir David Attenborough, I love any of his programmes, and those are the only times really, those type of things I'll watch television for. And they were showing a bird, I think it's in Australia, is it? I think it's an Australian bird, and it's when it's calling. God, this spicy's got weird, isn't it? Sorry. When it's, God, that's hot. I don't know if you can tell, maybe not, but my mouth is absolutely on fire, and I love it. Anyway, in case you're wondering why I look strange, more strange than normal. David Attenborough, yes, Sir David Attenborough. This bird in Australia, and when it calls for a mate, it can mimic things. And it was showing one, it was mimicking the sound of a camera, you know, like a, but the image of it, when you heard it, you think it was a camera. Then it made a sound like a chainsaw, so there must have been people, you know, sawing trees down or chainsawing wood or something, and you could hear the image of it. And is it a kookaburra bird? He said when it mimicked a kookaburra, Even the kookaburra was confused because it was that good. I love programs like that. He's good, Henry. And here we have the lesser spotted Ancho Chilli Kebab, only found in the United Kingdom. Now this is a wonderful species of the... I'm not saying keep going on. Be interesting to see how many stuck this to the end. Right, I'll leave you. I won't go on. I'm nearly done anyway. Nearly done on the old. Only a bit on the bottom. And that's gone down better than I thought it would. There's not much left of that. Actually, I'll put the two together. There you go. So that is absolutely fantastic. The heat on that is really hot. Burning. But it's cooler in here today. 21. So it's much. There's not as much head leaking, shall we say? But really nice. Oh, it's burning in my mouth, and it's lovely. I love that. Leave it burning. That's part of the fun. But yeah, these are very nice. They're shorter cans than the lager cans and stuff like that. What are they? They're... I'm sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. 330ml. So yeah, they're like they're probably the same size as a can of pop over here. Because I think like the Carlin and the lager tins are about 434, I think, somewhere around there. So curry, the last one in the freezer now. There's no more there. I don't think. Oh, there might be one Iceland Carolina Reaper curry in there. So I have to use that too, somewhere. But they're not as nice as your own. But I really enjoyed that. The hot, it was burning. Them are nice. And they'd be good with a salad or other stuff, you know. They're a nice addition with sauces, I think, on a barbecue with them. Really nice few peas. So I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's dinner. Yeah, I know, somebody may be thinking you've forgotten, and I had until the last minute. I'm having roast pheasant breasts. It's the last pheasant in the freezer. So I'm deep breast it, leave the skin on, season it, room temperature and all that type of thing, and then slowly roast it. I could pan fry it, but I think I'll stick to the probably roast it, yeah. Slow, very slow. And then when it's ready, I'll cut it into slices like that. Not like that, like that. And then I've got an apple and plum sauce. Lashentos of. Well, no, there won't be, you know, just enough to circle around it. And then I'm going to do a butter and cream mashed potato, so it'll be quite a smooth, silky mash. With a garden peas and some broccoli. So that'll be a nice change. Thanks for watching. Sorry to waffle on different things. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. And if you've had anything, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the morning if you follow me on Paul H. Other than that, thank you for your support. Thanks for the company. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Cheers.